Are you awake?
At the start of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, the conception occurred, acting as the death of the world and putting it in a state of chaos. The surviving humans have a chance to recreate the world with a reason, which is an ideology of how the next world should be. And along with the demonic sponsor, they have to present it to Kagetsuchi, who will rebirth the world along the visions of the reason. The protagonist is not allowed to have a reason because you are turned into the demi-fiend by Lucifer shortly after the conception happened, and you can choose to support a reason instead. The 3 reasons you can choose from are Shijima, presented to you by the tech CEO and cult leader Hikawa, Musubi by Isamu Nitai, your male classmate, and Yosuga by your childhood friend Chiaki Tachibana. Although there are only 3 reasons presented to you, altogether there are 6 endings, 3 accepting the reasons and 3 rejecting the reasons. The first reason ending is Shijima, quite literally meaning stillness or silence. It's the reason of Hikawa. It is based on stillness and harmony. In this world, everyone works together in harmony without conflict. Individualism is gone, but in place, everyone has a shared collective inner peace that is equal to. Essentially, everyone becomes a cog in a giant machine, said machine being the universe. Hikawa chose this reason after seeing the conflict between humans that halt the further development for humanity. This is also how he manipulated Takao into bringing upon the conception in the first place. The sponsor of this reason is Ahriman, who is the god of void and chief evil spirit of Zoroastrianism. The second reason is Musubi, meaning to wrap or to tie, is the reason of Isamu Nitai. It is based on solitude and isolation. In this world, everyone has their own world, separated from others, and the owner of the world can control how they want it to be without any judgment from others or negative consequences. Considering what Isamu went through in the game, I'm not surprised that he chose this reason after getting constantly judged by Chiaki and the constant oppression by being imprisoned multiple times for being weak, first by the Mantra and the ex-Mantra members in Kabukicho prison. It is one reason I could personally see myself choosing. The demonic sponsor of this reason is Noah, who according to Isamu has been so far removed from the time stream that its original name has been entirely forgotten, a testament to the extent of solitude Musubi is. But Isamu named it Noah because he thinks that his demonic sponsor deserves the name. The final reason is of Yosuga, the reason of Chiaki Tachibana. This is a reason based on elitism. Only the strong deserve to live and the weak will forever serve the strong. Chiaki chose this reason to be safe from being lower class. I think that this is a very miserable existence where you would be constantly paranoid for a rising power and getting overthrown. I personally think this is the worst reason just because of that. Although this ending is similar to the typical chaos ending in other mainline games, a lot of angels follow this reason. And I think that is because when she means that the weak shall serve the strong, I don't think that she meant by weak as in power way, but whether they are useful to society or not. When viewed in that way, it becomes less like mainline chaos and become more akin to a mix of both law and chaos taken to the extremes. The demonic sponsor of this reason is Baal Avatar, a canonized incarnation of Baal as a fully divine form, the deity that ruled the earth before stole it from him. The first non-reason ending is the demon ending. In this ending, the demi-fiend rejects all the reasons and answers a radius question of whether he fears judgment from others without confidence. With a lack of confidence, the demi-fiend is unsure of the world he wants to create and thus fails to make a decision, making Kagetsuchi leaves in disgust. Because of that, the vortex world stay the way it is until the next conception, and you get sarcastically congratulated by Lucifer, who leaves for another world. It tells us that no matter how much power you have, if you don't know what you want to use that power for, you are ultimately a failure. You don't even get to fight the final boss. This I personally think is the worst ending in the game. The second one I want to talk about is the true demon ending. In this ending, the demi-fiend must collect and deliver all the menorahs to the depth of the Amala labyrinth. By doing that and killing Kagetsuchi, he will destroy the circle of death and rebirth of the universe. And with the sacrifice of the universe, the demi-fiend is turned into a true demon, thus the true demon ending, and join Lucifer's army as his greatest general to battle the Great Will. Some people say that this is the best ending or the true ending, and I disagree with that. There are no best endings in Megaten. What ending is good depends on how you view the world. and I personally don't like this ending, because instead of making a decision yourself, you are manipulated by Lucifer into joining him to destroy everything, and that just feels like a cop-out. I think most people like this ending because either the power fantasy of becoming a general to Lucifer, or it has the most content, which I think is a fair reason. The last non-reason ending is the freedom ending. In this ending, the Demi-Fiend rejects all the reasons and answers Aradia's question of if he is afraid that people would judge him for choosing freedom with confidence and turn back the world into the way it was before the conception happened. And like Aradia said, by choosing this ending, Kagetsuchi chastises you for creating a world of chaotic freedom and says that you are drunk on freedom like Lucifer. But you are praised by Lucifer for denying the order of the Great Will like himself, and lets you keep the demonic powers and warn you that the Great Will hunt you down. The reason that Kagetsuchi fights you in this ending is different from other endings, except maybe the True Demon ending. In this ending, Kagetsuchi is not testing you if you are worthy. He is actively trying to stop you because it is forbidden to have a world without a set future. This, I think, is my favorite ending in the game, because instead of following the will of someone, you chose this ending yourself, showing character growth from the Demi-Fiend at the start of the game who only does whatever he is told. Some might say that this is the reason of Yuko Takao, but I also disagree with that. I think that Yuko couldn't come up with a reason because she wasn't confident in what she wants the world to be. But by choosing the freedom ending, you create a world without a set future, a reason she never realized that she was looking for. And she thanks you for that. It is said to us in the email she sends us if we choose the freedom ending. Overall, I really like the endings in SMT Nocturne, with the freedom ending in particular being my favorite. Please like and subscribe. It will help me out a lot. And if you have any disagreements, leave it in a comment. I will read them. And thanks for watching, I guess.